leave this place, Ciri. Come on. We've come. We've seen. We got the postcards. Let's get the out. It's Real aka Geek XX Chic, and we're back with the final episode of season 2 of The Witcher, episode 8, which is called Much More. So in the last episode, we found that Yennefer basically discovered that Ciri really isn't who she thought she was, and that she couldn't go through with what the old witch tried to get her to do. But unfortunately, she'd done enough to damage the trust, the very shaky trust that she developed with Ciri. And of course, she also put a fracture in her relationship with Geralt. She's very much not happy about it, but she's starting to understand the fuller picture now. And I think she's going to definitely be working to protect both Ciri and Geralt going forward now. We have the Bard back in the picture, of course, now. None too late for all the theatrics. We're seeing that the wider world is starting to know more and more about Ciri, about who she is, the fact that she's alive, and what her being around and existing means. And so really, I think this episode is probably going to deal with this escaped witch. The witch in the hut is out. She's super powerful from the sounds of things, because Geralt said it took a handful of witchers to seal her in that hut. And so the fact that it took more than one witcher to subdue her the first time tells me that this is going to be very messy this time around. So there's quite a bit going on here. I'm not sure how much we're going to be able to cover in this one episode. I feel like we're definitely going to be ending on a cliffy, but I am definitely ready to get into this season finale. So we're going to do that. But before we do, this is your first time to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. I hope that you like it here and like what you see. And if you do that, you'll think about hitting the like button. It helps the algorithm out, which helps me a lot, and I very much appreciate it. And if it's your second or third or 100th time back here, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, hopefully you'll do that today. That goes for you newbies as well. Join the family. That way you'll be notified when I do more reactions. Of course, this is the final episode of this season of The Witcher, but I'll definitely be reacting to future seasons, and I do react to a lot of shows that are still in the same vein. So hopefully you will join the fam. I would love to have you. All right, that out of the way, guys, let's get into episode 8 right about now.
Cirilla, Fiona, Ellen, Rhiannon. Do you think this a joke?
That's a long-ass name. Did you say Rhiannon?
Is this a dream?
Yes.
Jaws doing that twitchy thing. You know the one.
Oh, poor Ciri. She misses them so much. Moments like this remind me that it's been such a short time since she lost them, and how much this must still hurt.
It's really you.
No.
She's gone mad.
Touch her. Touch him. You know. Why did he try to get away from your touch? This is what this witch does, though. She always shows them what they most want to see, or what she thinks will appeal to them. Oh, I feel bad for her, because she's so desperate, too. Like, this witch has picked up on everybody who's so desperate this season. It's horrible. It's hurtful. He's not talking to you.
The thing that makes you feel hopeless, and she plunges her finger into it. It makes it hurt so badly you do anything.
Like sacrificing an innocent child.
It's too soon. It's too soon.
When Chaos left me, I never thought that I'd feel that spark, that life again, but Ciri, she radiates it.
He knows.
I don't know what Volosphe wants from Ciri, but we have to protect her.
Wait.
I have to protect her.
It's too soon, Yen. You're gonna have to earn this back. But just keep with it, you know? Persistence. Keep up the good fight. Some other really cheesy saying. You had to kill the one brother? Ciri, I thought we was friends. This makes sense, though, because the Witchers are the only ones. Oh no, Geralt's gonna be so upset. This is real. This is real. The Witchers are the only ones who can imprison her. Oh no, Ciri's gonna be devastated. Why do you guys keep traumatizing my girl? She's gonna kill all of these mofos. I'm so sad. No, not Vesemir, no! Geralt, hurry! Run, Geralt! Damn it, Ciri! What is it? This episode sucks already.
Yeah, I'm scared. Please.
No. Geralt knows his gut never fails him. Get out of her.
Tell me what you want.
Not his beautiful face, you bitch! Geralt's like, I don't want to have to kill her. Please don't make me kill her. Oh, this episode's gonna hurt. This episode. Oh! The intro! What is this? Planets. virus, the colliding. What is this gesture? Broken apart and brought back together. How interesting. We saw that tree last season. What does that mean, Witcher?
She killed our brothers in our home.
That thing ain't Ciri.
Thank you.
Ciri has to be eliminated. Daughter a demon. She has done too much damage.
Witches don't kill out of fear. They kill to save lives.
Ooh.
There are too many medallions hanging on that tree. But spilling Ciri's blood will bring them back. She can survive this.
Have some faith
She
in
needs
her.
you.
I know. But I mean, also don't be...
I need you.
Oh, Geralt's just been so vulnerable this season. I love it. But I get it. That's so freaking hard. I just feel so bad for Ciri. She's gonna be devastated. She loved those guys like her bros. I'll just stand here then, looking at you with really sad eyes until you feel sorry for me. I love that Yennefer always walks around places like she owns them.
Last time I woke up next to you, you grabbed me by the balls and then blew up the building, so...
Come on.
Oh,
He's got such valid points. You can't argue them.
I need you to gather some horses.
You about to find this Cirilla for yourself? Don't think this out on her. It's not her fault. She'd just be born this way, you know? And she's elven, kind of.
As my head feels like it's lodged between the buttocks of a fat and sexually rageful goat. What are we doing?
Wait, did you say goat?
We need to remove her without killing the host.
Sir!
I pulled Ciri into this mess, and I'll do everything I can to get her out of it.
That's what you do. Persistence. Good girl.
hang on, what are you gonna do?
What witches do best? Make a potion.
Yay! She's got other skills, and I love that they're showing Yennefer being so creative. My god, my brain. I haven't even started drinking. Ciri, this is not the time for parties. But I get it. This poor girl, she misses her family so bad. And she's been swallowing that pain all season long. All of last season, too. So, of course, it was bound to come out somehow.
It's even better than I remember.
Exactly. That's the problem. Come on, Ciri.
I know it's not the same here without you.
Poor girl just wants to belong somewhere. Oh, Ciri. Like, I'm frustrated because I want her to snap out of it, but I also feel really bad because this is like the first like moment of respite that she's had. And it's kind of interesting how different it is between how this witch was with the other three mages and how she is with Ciri. The other three mages, she just went for what they wanted so desperately, like kind of like showing them visions. And here she's got Ciri completely immersed in an illusion of happiness of all things. Right? So, but I mean, it is, again, it's the same tactic because this is what Ciri wants more than anything, but it's just interesting that she changed tacks. It also shows you that she's far more powerful too because she can do something this big. I don't think she was able to manage that before when she was still trapped. Oh, that would suck for Fringilla, but you make deals with the devil. Please don't let us lose any more Witchers, please. No. I don't know, the Ginger's kind of meh for me, but not the brother, please. We already lost one. Can you like yell or something, Geralt? You're like probably the only one who'll get through to her right now. Break through this damn fantasy she has.
You don't want to escape.
Nope. She wants to kill y'all so that you can never imprison her again.
Release her,
Or I'll kill you.
and you can have me.
You don't want a butcher body. You don't have magic. I mean, you're really badass, but this vessel, much better.
Yennefer told me to...
Your timing is great. She knows how to use the chaos, unfortunately. Witchers can't have nothing. Bloody witches be ruin everything. Thank God she has to breathe in between, huh? There's a monolith in there. How long has that been there? This is like the movie all over again. Okay, how many of you Witchers should have known to put your shields up? Come on now, this is not your first rodeo. Oh, but Yeskia, you might want to get down. Oh, she got double directions. Okay. Is that a portal? Damn it. She controls them. How interesting. So this must be something Ciri can do, and poor girl has no idea. Oh my gosh, please don't die. Please, Ciri's gonna feel guilty enough. Please, no. Damn, muscle memory.
I need you to hear me.
Yep.
You can fight this.
Yep. Keep going, Geralt. Keep going. Just run. No, 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 no. This is too much. Geralt, you can't ask Vesemir not to help his babies. He's losing them. No! I don't even know these Witchers and I feel horrible. And Geralt's gonna have to live with this too, that he wanted to protect her over his brothers. I feel so bad for Vesemir. This whole episode hurts already so much, and it's just not even halfway through. All Ciri knows is pain. She's like the Jinx of this series. Literally, everywhere she goes, people die. I don't care about this.
Ciri, you can fight this.
Yes, please.
Strong, Ciri.
For the love of God.
Your father will be so disappointed he doesn't get a dance.
Your dad? That should let you know something's wrong. You know they long gone, Ciri. Come on, girl. Snap out of it. This is a step too far. I know that you wanted to know them, but you know better. But I know it's something she also really wants. Geralt, can you please pay attention to Jaskier and what he's trying to give you? What is happening? What? No, why? What? Who is this? Why is this happening? No!
We warned all of our people we could find.
These people didn't do anything.
There are other ways.
It's no coming back from this.
What has been need not always be.
Oh, Francesca, I can't let this one slide, sis. I know you are in excruciating pain, but there's no coming back from that. This is not gonna end well. Not that I expected the season to be like fuzzy, but shit. He's gonna kill her or try to kill her now because he's over it. Oh, yuck, 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 yuck. Don't with Geralt, you ugly bitch. What you get for putting acid on my beautiful chest.
Vesemir, you kill her. You kill Ciri.
I don't think he cares anymore.
Our hate is the pain she needs to grow stronger.
Mm-hmm. I can't even be mad at Ciri. I feel so bad for her. This might be the only good moment she's gonna have for a very, very, very long time. Because she's gonna feel so awful when she comes out of this.
I'm not doing anything.
I believe in you.
Vesemir,
I'm sorry for what I did.
are you with us?
Come on, Ciri, I know. But they're not your family no more. They're gone. You have a new family. You can't live in the past, honey. That is the biggest lesson you have to learn.
Yen.
That's an impressive sacrifice. But a better one, because Yennefer is stronger than Ciri right now. Mentally, I mean.
I don't know what to do.
You do know what to do, Ciri. It's just hard. As this witch is evil. It sucks it's gonna live on in Yennefer, but Yennefer will get her chaos back.
We belong together. You. Us.
In the now.
I have to go home.
There you go. Good girl. Good girl. I know that was the hardest thing you've ever done, Ciri. Good on you, girl. Now boot this horrific bitch out of your body. Yen? You still with us?
If you can pull monsters through the monolith, you can send one back again. can do this.
Yes, you can.
I don't know if I can.
I believe in you.
We all believe in you. Frickin' do it.
Oh, not again.
Yeah. Oh, Geralt grabbed her. He wasn't ready to let her go. Oh shit, you took them all there? Okay, well, she's new. They at least separated them though. Or she's just found a much more dangerous and terrifying host. Can we leave this place, Ciri? Come on. We've come, we've seen, we got the postcards. Let's get the out.
Starry-eyed daughter of chaos, join our hunt. Your place is among us.
Can we leave now? Now, Ciri, now. Now. Come on, scream and do that teleport thing you did. God, girl, you just love to make people nervous. Soiled myself. I didn't.
We're safe now, thanks to you. That's all that matters.
For now. The witch healed her. All well that ends well?
Like dying mammoth.
Look at us. Just one big happy family, eh?
No.
Yeah, not here yet. You just got here. I'm so sorry, Booze. Ciri just has this horrible curse. This karma.
Princess Cirilla created far less trouble for us when she was dead.
Facts, but ew.
It's quite barbarous. Even for me. Welcome to the Brotherhood.
Right? They don't shy away from what's disgusting. Oh, we're gonna meet the boss?
A girl.
Who's we?
I have letting you down again. My lord.
That's what you get for huffing stuff but you don't know what it is. I don't even feel sorry for your dumb ass.
We welcome them as peers, instead of seeing what they really were. And it led to a mass grave we dug ourselves.
It's like she's talking about my history.
Get rid of him.
Stop!
Never seen anything like her power.
What are you saying?
Exactly.
He's saying she could save us.
Now the elves have joined the game. And there went an owl. God, this man's annoying.
I'm saying word is out about the girl.
That's a person? Okay, well, talking to her makes more sense now. Sis, what are you doing?
Bring me the bard. It's about time he paid back his benefactor.
The bard? So he was the one that was helping him be the Pied Piper. This is so messy. My head is starting to hurt.
A sacrifice I'd make again. In a heartbeat.
I don't forgive you, Yennefer.
He's a stubborn old cuss.
Something more is needed. She is something more.
So true. The glue. The emulsifier, if you will. You'll get there, Yen, but you're gonna have to earn his trust back. Sticking around, sticking through it. You know Geralt's a big softy under it all. He's just a little mad, and he has every right to be. Still very fresh. Like days fresh.
I'm just tired, Geralt.
I know, boo.
Us three will help each other.
You have a family now.
She's been here since the conjunction. We knew that. We've always assumed she was from another sphere.
Is that where I portaled us?
You went home.
My scream woke Volothmere. That's why she wanted me.
Yeah.
She wanted to go home.
She's home now.
When did Nilfgaard realize that you were the key to theirs? They knew before anyone else.
That's true. Who is the boss?
How do they know the truth about you, Ciri?
Yes. Who's the boss? I'm not talking about the 80s TV show. Fantastic, by the way.
They are doing our bidding.
Is this your hair? So the blowback is actually like a whole thing for the White Flame.
That's how I felt when I realized I could no longer count on you to fulfill my mission.
Oh.
I'm the one who ordered the death of that elven baby.
Yeah.
It was the best path to helping me find my daughter.
I knew he wasn't dead. I knew he wasn't dead. I knew it. I knew it. It was too convenient, them being lost at sea or whatever. I knew it. I mean, the mom's probably dead. That much, I think. Or she's trapped. That would explain the playhouse. You want to bet maybe her both... I theorized last season that maybe her parents weren't dead because it was just too convenient. Lost at sea, bodies never found. Obviously, they're going to assume they're dead, but that's kind of convenient, don't you think? How interesting. Oh my gosh, sorry, something's in my eye. Oh, guys, wow, that was a finale, if we can even call it a finale, because we just... Whole new can of worms. So many more things are going on. This is definitely a sadder finale than we had in the first season. The first season, at least, we have the reunion of Geralt and Ciri after long last, but this season was... I feel like if there was a theme, it was loss. Loss and trauma was definitely the order of the day, and this episode hurt. Oh my god, this episode was so painful. I hurt for Vesemir, I hurt for Geralt, I hurt for Ciri, I even hurt for Yennefer. Oh, so many people they just suffered so much in this episode, and it just is, it's so... The reason it's so sad is because Ciri had nothing to do with this. Like, this is literally a burden of birth. It's a burden that was given to her that she doesn't even fully understand yet, but it's causing so much unnecessary pain and suffering to her that she never asked for. You know, it's funny. I'm watching a Korean show right now on Netflix called Bulgasal, and it's almost a very similar like premise of this man who was born with a curse that basically made his life miserable. That's what I feel like has happened to Ciri. She's been given like this curse that she never asked for, that happened long before she was even born. And now she has to suffer the consequences as an innocent. And it's like she said at the end of the episode there, like, I try, every time I think I'm going towards something good, something pulls me back to something dark and terrible. And it's just unfair. The poor girl literally was just chilling last season, didn't do nothing to nobody other than be a bit of an annoying prat from time to time. And now it's just like the amount of horrible things that have mounted on her trauma. Like, it really is a miracle that she is as put together as she is right now. Honestly, if I were her, I'd be screaming all the time for fun. Because I'd just be like, screw it, screw this world, screw everything, because I can't. Oh, where to start? We'll talk about the kingdom stuff really quickly because it is kind of the bigger agenda, but it was the smaller part of the episode. But yes, now we know that the Northern Kingdoms are 100% on board with knowing exactly what Cirilla is. They don't know about her and the prophecy, obviously, but they do know that she's alive. And obviously, being the last seated crown member, she technically gets the throne of Cintra or whatever's left of Cintra right now. So that's why Redenia is so desperate to get her. They want to get her, force her to marry that creepy, weird loser king dude, and then Cintra would become his throne by default. And the Northern Kingdoms, of course, do not want Cintra to rise again because Cintra is kind of in the middle. It is potentially a target of Nilfgaard, but also it's right now housing elves. And of course, they think that Nilfgaard and the elves are working together still, so of course they don't want that to happen. They also don't seem to like Redenia very much, so they don't want Redenia to get the power of the position and the numbers that having Cintra would have. So theirs is more of a political interest, of course. But as we all know, I think the reason why Tissaia told them about, I mean, it was going to come out anyways because of her boyfriend, but I think the reason she decided to say something was because she knew that inevitably news of Ciri is now spreading on the continent anyway. And I think she wanted to get in there while she still could to kind of control the narrative a little bit because things are going to get hard for our girl. And of course, she doesn't have the full information. She's got a little bit of what Marigold told her. Of course, Marigold ain't going to tell her anything else after that because, of course, she feels like her trust was broken. But I understand somewhat where Tissaia is coming from. Like, she's just trying to do what she thinks is best. Even though she knows that the Brotherhood and Northern Kingdoms are full of misogynist a-holes, she still does somewhat believe in the cause, and that is her people and her mindset. So I think she's just thinking overall, she's afraid. She's afraid that if Ciri ends up in the hands of the Nilfgaardians and they use her, that the Northern Kingdoms and everything that she knows basically is going to be thrown out out and in chaos, and she's not completely wrong about that. And so I think that she's trying to move as strategically as she can with this info, but like I said, I think she's going to do her best to keep the full extent of what she knows about Ciri under wraps, or at least to the right people, for as long as she can. She's smart enough. She's been around a long time, and she definitely isn't a dummy. So I'm not going to get too on guard about her doing what she's doing yet. But it's kind of sad, though, because now, of course, we know that the Northern Kingdoms are looking for Ciri now, too, to either use her, most likely, as a way to keep Cintra in line. But if they ever find out about her power, they'll probably just want to kill her. Let's be real, especially Stregobor. He will want her gone immediately. He was looking for her in season 1, remember? He knew that there was going to be a girl born in this generation that might be that prophetic person, and he was trying to get her killed. So if he ever finds out about who she really is, he's definitely going to be on a mission to get her killed. And then with Redenia, we know that Redenians are still looking for Ciri. They still want to get a hold of her for their own political reasons. So there's not much to say about that. They're still in the game. We found out that Owl's actually a witch, or maybe a monster. But that's actually pretty cool. We haven't had too many shapeshifters. But sad, though. I was like, oh, is she stuck with this man, or does she actually want to do this? But anyhow, that's kind of all the political stuff. I think that's obviously going to keep evolving into next season. And then, of course, we saw that finally we see Emhyr, who's not really Emhyr. That's not his name, but it's actually Ciri's father. And that makes so much sense, because we saw Geralt asking those questions at the end of the episode, Ciri's the White Flame has known about you for a while. How do they know about you? How do they know before Cintra even fell? When we were just discovering this now. And clearly it's because it's her dad. And that makes me think we did have a flashback to her parents talking when Ciri was a baby. This was right before they left. I'm going to have to go back and listen to that conversation, because I feel like there's things now that are going to make more sense now that we know who's heading up the Nilfgaardian army. So I am curious about where that's coming from, because it seems strange that he would come at it this way. Why would he pretend to be dead for the last, what it's been, probably 13, 14 years? Where is her mother? Did he kill her? He didn't kill her. Is she trapped somewhere? I'm assuming, he does know what her mom's capable of. That's the only way he would know that there was a chance that Ciri had this power. I don't know if he knew about the fact that she could, actually, maybe he does. Because if Ciri's had this vision or had some type of contact with it, maybe her mother had it too. I have to go back and watch that conversation. But anyway, I have a lot of questions about why. I understand why he would destroy Cintra, sadly. We know there was no love lost between him and his mother-in-law. She almost had him killed. I can't think that ever ended. But I'm wondering if it sounds like, from this point of view, he wants Ciri for his own power, obviously, right? Because if he's got the most powerful witch on the continent, and she's his daughter, and she's by his side, and he can, control her, who's going to stand in his way, right? He could literally potentially take over the entire continent. Remember we met her dad last season? He was cursed. He was turned into a hedgehog, and he claimed that it was a curse that was not even, it wasn't supposed to happen. It happened to him when he was young. I don't remember the full story, but he made it sound like it was something that happened out of cruelty and not because of a real reason. I'm wondering if there is more to that story now. Maybe potentially he was cursed because somebody knew or was trying to stop him from doing something terrible. Maybe someone figured out that he had figured out who Cirilla's mom was. We don't know yet. There's a lot that I'm still wondering, but I'm spinning theories. I'm almost wondering if he found out who Cirilla's mom was before she even recognized what she was. Maybe he figured out about her lineage, and that's why he somehow got himself into her world, and then basically tried to tried to get himself into her world, and then maybe someone found out, cursed him with the hedgehog thing to stop him. But as things turned out, it didn't work out that way. I don't know. I'm really, really spinning hard with that one, but it's a possibility. But I'm just really curious as to why he would go through destroying Cintra as we know it, instead of just coming back and claiming his daughter, which he could, and why he wants war with the elves. Now, I understand, if he's a human, I understand him not wanting to have humans eradicated, right? Because if I understood that prophecy properly, it's supposed to basically, it could potentially end humanity, right? And give the elves this upper hand, which he's human, so I can understand him not wanting that to happen per se. But that's also his daughter. So I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities now that we know who he is and that he has been after Cirilla since the fall of Cintra. I still have a lot of questions because we didn't know very much about her dad at all. We've gotten little to nothing on him outside of obviously the episode where we learned about how Geralt got the Law of Surprise, and then that little flashback we had that Ciri was part of a couple of episodes ago. So he's really an open book at this point as far as what could possibly be his motivation. And we're gonna have to wait till next season to find out even just a tenth of what that might be. But interesting that my poor girlfriend Jilla, like, she really thought that she had done something there. And I mean, I understand where what's his face there tried to help her out, saying we should say that we planned the death of the baby, but I'm like, I don't think you should, don't take credit for anything that you can't actually control. But hopefully we're not going to see the end of Fringilla. I don't mind if the other dude dies, but I want Fringilla to stick around. I feel like she's going to be a necessary defector to help our girl Ciri down the line. I'm starting to see now where she might fit into this puzzle as far as helping Ciri out if she goes the way that I hope she will. After all, she was used by that witch, and I'm wondering, that makes me think about a few more things where the witch is concerned, but that's what I'm saying. My head is exploding now, right? Because I thought that the witch in the hut was all about, getting revenge on the Witchers, obviously, once I found that out, and also just kind of getting what she needed, but it's like she showed Francesca her child getting killed. And I thought that was something she orchestrated, but could she have possibly known that that was going to happen anyway? We don't know enough about that witch in the hut. Maybe she has the power of foresight too. I don't know. But anyways, maybe I'm thinking too much about that, but I thought maybe that's what it was. But now, since it was him who said he did it, unless the witch got to him too. I'm probably confusing myself. Questions about the dad, have to wait to season 3 to find out about them. Okay, so that's pretty much the political arc of things, and of course the surprise of finally figuring out who's running Nilfgaard. On to the whole thing, the Witchers, everything that happened at Camoran, and very, very sad. Poor Ciri. This episode, like I said, made me empathize with her so much. Like we saw in the episode when this witch first appeared and talked to the 3 witches, talked to Francesca, Fringilla, and Yennefer. She's very good at finding out what you want most and figuring out what it is that's kind of like your pain point. And Yennefer explained it brilliantly in this episode of saying she finds out like your deepest pain and then she pokes her finger in it and like twists. And we saw that with Ciri, like I said in the episode, she took a much different tack than she did the other 3 women, right? The other 3 women, she showed opportunities to get what it was that they really wanted. And of course, what they really wanted was rooted in their own fears, doubts, pain. Whereas with Ciri's a walking wound. Let's be real. She's got so much, but really she went and gave her this idyllic utopia of all the things that Ciri has been missing so much. And like I said in the episode, it's hard to believe because for us, of course, it's the span of 8 episodes, but you look at the time inside the show and it's only been like a few months since the fall of Cintra. So really, and really for Ciri, it's been non-stop since day 1, right? Pretty much her world fell apart. She suddenly has to leave. All the people she knows are dead. She's thrust into another dangerous situation, barely escapes that, thrust into another situation, barely escapes. Like, that's literally been her story. The only peace she's really had is when she finally found Geralt, and then Geralt took her to Camoran, and that's where she really started to feel just a minute to, since all of this started. And because she's been go since it started, she hasn't had a lot of time to process her grief. And there's a lot of grief to be had. She lost her grandmother, she lost her advisor, she lost all of her kingdom, family, friends, her reputation, right? Like, she literally had nobody, nothing, everything just gone, literally in one battle. And that's a lot. That's so much. Most of us have never lost absolutely everything in one shot. And I really hope that never happens to anybody. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot to process. And she really hasn't had enough time to sit and deal with it. And every time she's even come close to it, she's, of course, thrust herself into something dangerous or tried to, distract herself because she's so scared of delving into that pain. And understandably, I think she probably feels like if she lets that grief happen, she's going to be drowning in it. But this whole situation that the witch created obviously was something that appealed to all of that because she's so much that she hasn't dealt with. And of course, she just wants her grandmother back, and she wants Mousegear back, and she wants her parents back. Like, she just wants to belong. She wants a real family. She wants to feel like there's no one who can kick her out or dismiss her or leave her again. And that's a very understandable feeling. All of us want to belong. That is just a basic human need. And so that was very smart of the witch to create this environment that would be so appealing to Ciri that it'd be almost impossible for her to walk away. As you saw her, like, she really meant it when she said she didn't want to leave at first, and I got it. And that's why I was torn the whole episode, because part of me was like, oh my God, Ciri, like, fight it. But at the same time, I'm like, but let her have it, because it has been the shittiest several months for her. And this is probably the one moment she felt like light levity of any kind in so long that I almost wasn't mad at it. You know what I mean? Like I kind of just I didn't feel right about telling her to run away from it too quickly either, because I think all of us, if we were in the same position, would have done the same. But obviously the lesson in it being something that I think she needed to hear and deal with, which is that life is gone. Like it's not coming back. And that is one of the hardest parts of the grieving process, is accepting the loss. And she hasn't had time for that. She's had a little bit of the anger. She's had a little bit of the sadness, but the acceptance still wasn't really there for her. But I think that this episode was that very violent, bloody, and harsh push and reality shake to tell her that no, there is no going back, sweetie. Like that life you knew, it doesn't exist anymore. That's something she's got to have to accept, because it will help her with going forward and all the other things she needs to accept, like her powers and what she's able to do and what this huge prophecy is put upon her shoulders. Unfair, unasked for, but still a reality. But I really loved the way that Geralt handled it, the fact that I just loved Geralt in this episode, honestly. I mean, I love Henry Cavill anyway, but you know what I mean? Like his character is, you've seen such an evolution in Geralt, which is good to see, because it's not like he's a completely different person, but you just see that he's opened his heart. And the healing that he's experienced via Ciri is just so nice to see. Like, I don't think even Geralt realized how much he needed Ciri in his life, and the healing that she provides as far as the loneliness and the lack of belonging and the lack of being able to really share his love and receive it that he's been missing. But conversely, just the way he's given her that home and that safety in such a short amount of time. And I talked about it in the last episode about how that bond formed so quickly, and how Yennefer this episode explained to Geralt that she finally gets it too, and why it's so quick, or so easy, I should say, to love Ciri. I love that Geralt came to her and appealed to her and basically said, kept saying to her, Ciri, you have to come back. Ciri, I need you. You're my family. I love that too, just as a side note, that Geralt has said that I need you. He's been so vulnerable this season, which is so nice to see. His vulnerability with Jaskier, his vulnerability with Ciri, with Vesemir, saying, I need you, I need you. That is not something you would have ever heard season 1 Geralt say, but he's learning now that you can't do this alone. And he feels better and happier and stronger when he has the back of people that care about him and that he cares about. So anyway, again, just coming to her and letting Ciri know that this is not one-sided, like we need each other. So please come back, like we're your family, we're here. And then how Vesemir joined in, was like, yes, Ciri, like I'm sorry that I almost let you turn into a Witcher, please come back. And then the other boys coming in saying, yes, Ciri, like she needed that. But we also saw that her relationship with Yennefer has kind of taken a little step too. She discovered that maternal relationship she's starting to develop with Ciri is exactly what she needs. So, her discovering that, and then we saw at the end her going as far as even sacrificing her body for this horrible witch in order to save Ciri from being trapped as a vessel for this woman was, like I said, that's so Yennefer, running first, like, yeah, I'll just slip my wrist, no big deal. You saw, like, Geralt's like, really, bitch? What is it with you and doing things that almost kill you? I honestly, between these two women, he attracts the most dangerous, headstrong women. It's a curse. Anyway, but yeah, I think that obviously showed Geralt that she does care about her. Like that very desperate move was kind of the thing that was necessary to help Geralt see that Yen really does mean what she said. But like he said, obviously forgiveness is going to take some time, and she's going to have to prove by her actions going forward that she meant what she said, and that she really isn't going to stab Geralt in the back again, or Ciri in the back again, for something that she really wants, right? That she's willing to put Ciri first, because that's something that Geralt's had to learn to do very quickly. So they're now together being their little dysfunctional family, which is great, that Ciri desperately needs, because it's going to be nothing but straight up. Like, I wish I could say this was the worst she's got to go through, but we all know it's going to get worse now that everybody, literally everybody, wants Ciri. If there was ever like a plot arc of the one, it's definitely happening here. Ciri is the hottest commodity on the continent now. And like Geralt said to Vesemir in the end, like, we can't stay here. Not even just here, from other realms are looking for her now. So it is like all out. This girl is way too key to just be sit up in here. We already lost enough Witchers just with this. So imagine like with several kingdoms showing up on your doorstep. So it's going to get crazy, but it was a great season. I think they did a good job here. Like, we didn't have a ton of action this season, which I'm okay with. I think we had more last season than this one, but I'm all right with that, because this is kind of like not the action era for Geralt. This was very much about his transformation and growth as a character and as now as a father, essentially. It was also about seeing more of Ciri grow and accept who she is. She's still not 100% there, but she's definitely a lot further than she was in season 1. And then Yennefer kind of going through a bit of an arc. I know some people might not feel happy about the fact that she got her magic back in the end, but I'm okay with it, but just because of how it fits in the overall storyline. I feel like we established well enough in the episodes where Yennefer didn't have her magic that she's very crafty, she's very quick-witted, she can, you know, she can pick up really quickly, she's made the best of the worst situations numerous times, so I think she's already shown that she doesn't necessarily need her magic to get by, but considering that she needs to help Ciri and also because the scope of their issues and danger is only growing, they need, another mage who actually knows what they're doing is a good thing to have, especially since Ciri's magic is so powerful at the moment that God knows where they'll end up if she has to use it on the fly. So, but yeah, overall, like I said, good season, I think. I still think they came up with a great product, really good writing, very good storytelling overall, and definitely made me anxious to see season 3 because they are definitely putting a lot of pieces on the chessboard that's going to lead up to, I don't even know what. I have no idea how they're going to make this all like culminate because it sounds like it's going to get pretty crazy and I'm strapped in. I'm ready for it. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this season along with me. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you gave a like on this video. And if this is the only show that you watch from me, then thank you so much and we will see you in the next season. But if you watch my other videos, which I really hope you do, we will see you then.